Hey, what's up, YouTube? We got a question about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency today. The person who wrote in and asked this question said, now that there is a significant increase in the price of Bitcoin, is it wise to invest in it? Here's what I think is interesting about the phrasing of this question is the gentleman who emailed in and asked this question is basically saying, because the price has gone up, should I invest in it? I want to say almost assuming that the price is going to continue to go up. So keep in mind, past performance is not a predictor for future performance. Just because a lot of people got rich off Bitcoin who bought in back in 2013 and 2014 and saw the huge rise, that doesn't mean that it's going to continue to rise. Now, personally, I am still very bullish on Bitcoin. I do think Bitcoin's going to keep going up. John McAfee said, not even jokingly, seriously, that he would eat his quote unquote dick live on TV if Bitcoin wasn't at $500,000 in the next 3 years. I don't know that that'll happen. Obviously, there's only 21 million Bitcoins in existence. A lot of those have been lost. A lot of the early adopters have a lot of Bitcoins, which means the amount of Bitcoins out there for the rest of the population is very small. It's a scarce resource. I know that people say Bitcoin isn't backed by anything, but Bitcoin has a lot of utility. What's really interesting and unique about Bitcoin is traditionally, if I'm a merchant and you're a buyer, you and I need intermediaries in between us to facilitate transactions. And what I mean by that is we need a payment processor, we need a PayPal, we need a Stripe, we need a Shopify Payments, we need Visa, we need MasterCard, we need a bank. What Bitcoin allows us to do is you and I to interact directly. You can send me payment and I can ship you whatever you bought from me. So that's really unique about Bitcoin. It takes away a lot of the high fees of merchant processors. There's no PayPal holds. There's no nonsense chargebacks. There's no credit card fraud. So there's a lot of great things going for it in that sense. A lot of people also don't realize this. If you're from the USA, Australia, Canada, we're kind of spoiled, right? We have bank accounts, we have checking accounts, we have debit cards, we have prepaid cards, we have ACH withdrawals, wire transfers, Chase, QuickPay, etc. But oddly enough, only 6% of the world's population has banking. Venezuela has no banking. People in Latin America and South America in a lot of places have no banking. People in Venezuela are using Bitcoin to survive. I'm into e-commerce and things like that, and I have a vendor that I buy stuff from who's in Africa. He can't get a PayPal account. He has no bank account. The only way I can send him money is Western Union, which is both inconvenient, expensive, has limits. With Bitcoin, I can send him 10 grand and get 10 grand in product shipped out the next day. Very low fees compared to Western Union. So Bitcoin has a lot going for it. There is a lot of utility, and that's why I'm bullish on it for the future, as well as cryptocurrencies as a whole. However, that said, Bitcoin could top out at like 5 grand, and that could be the price forever. So if you get in at 4 grand, you have a little bit of room to move up. But do your own due diligence and research. Don't listen to anybody on Reddit. Don't even take my advice. Look into a Bitcoin yourself, see what you think about it, and if you're optimistic on it, well, then go ahead and buy some. I would suggest maybe waiting for a dip right now. Bitcoin prices were up near 5,000 almost overnight. They dropped to like 3,200. They're making their way back up. Bitcoin is volatile. It's not as volatile as it was back in the early days, but it is still volatile. So my advice is just don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't invest, the down payment that you need for your house 6 months or a year from now. Don't invest so much that you're not able to pay your rent. Don't plan on needing to get the money out quickly, because if Bitcoin drops, you're going to be forced to sell it at a loss just because you need money. Whereas if you're playing with money you can afford to lose, I bought some Bitcoin at 4,800. I've been in Bitcoin since 2013. I've got Bitcoin as cheap as $180. But I bought some Bitcoin at $4,800. It dropped to $3,200. If I needed that money, I would have had to sell and take an almost $2,000 loss. So don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And if you're wondering how to make your first Bitcoin purchase, I would recommend Coinbase. They're licensed, registered, and insured. They've never been hacked. It's a very user-friendly interface. You can buy with a credit card, a debit card, an ACH transfer, a wire transfer. And it's probably, in my opinion, the most user-friendly and probably the most trustworthy place out there. So I'll drop a link in the description box where you can buy some Bitcoins from Coinbase, and if you buy $100 worth or more, you'll actually get $10 in free Bitcoins as well by using the link below. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below the video. And if you guys have any questions about Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.